be black because blacks don't have any businesses and industries. There's a direct link. Blacks won't practice group economics. Black won't practice group politics. If you don't practice, you're setting yourselves up. I told that 5-story building, you're setting yourself to get wiped out. Understand the nature of race, which is economics. If you build the first floor, it's economic. Build your businesses and your industries. Control business and industry, and put that pools in your money, and hold that money, and practice group economics with it.
Dr. Claude Anderson, as you've seen in that clip, frequently talks about the importance of the role group economics plays in the creation and staying power of community and its effects. Now, this is a conversation that regularly takes place on another platform that I frequent in, and there is a massive emphasis for us to come together and practice group economics. Now, this is not a new concept by any means. We as a people frequently in the past have practiced group economics. It's normally found in the form of partner hands back in the day, in which we'd come together as a group to start businesses. We'll pull together our money. We'll buy homes. We'll do all these kind of things that we need to do because of the situation that we find ourselves in. That was something that we did when we first came together. And still to this day, it continues, but usually on a macro level. It's always usually on a small level. I've been involved as a few of late, but what is needed, what is really the emphasis of this conversation is this is more on the macro level because of the state of affairs that we as a people have found ourselves in. Now, I've talked about this before, but we as a group, we spend 95% of our finances outside of the community. So no wonder why things that we want to do when it comes to start up businesses, what normally takes place when you look at our business that we have around the community that you're in, that either don't grow, they stay at a certain level, they either wither away, or just simply gets taken over and rebranded by outsiders, and then they get made into a national product, and then we complain about these things. And the article that you're seeing on the screen, it shows a very telling stat that between 2009 to 2019, only 0.24% of venture capital went to black entrepreneurs. So that's 38 in total over the space of 10 years. Now, access to financial capital is a fundamental ingredient in business growth. And this is, again, part of the reason why a lot of our business look and operate the way it does still to this day. It's like it hasn't moved forward into the 21st century. And if we don't spend money in our community on our stores to the tune of 95%, and we aren't getting access to the capital, again, to the tune of 0.24% over a period of 10 years, then the question has to remain is how do we expect us as a people to get a foothold in society and create generational wealth? Because this is what this is aimed to do, create generational wealth. And in the same publication, it also reads that a third of UK unicorns are founded by ethnic minorities. And when you dig deeper, because that sounded good, none of them happen to be founded by black people. Now, what are unicorns? Unicorns, as the name suggests, they're more than just your average business. They're rare businesses. They're the ones where they're valued on the stock market at $1 billion, or in UK pounds sterling at £708,000. So think of businesses like Deliveroo, Hopkin, OneTrust, and many more. While these are giant businesses now, while like, Deliveroo, that's an unfair comparison. They, like most startups, most businesses, they have required capital. And they've received it. And again, if you look at the stats, you look at the articles, which I'll post links in the description box, altogether they've had capital to the tune of €6 billion. So that's a heck of a lot of capital required for them to get to that level. It's not as if they started sometimes with all this kind of capital. Some of them probably did, but a lot of them needed the venture capital, which we as a group of people are only getting 0.24% access to. Now, I mentioned the tune of 6 billion. Do you think we as a community could pull together and provide that level of support if required? Now, it sounds difficult, sounds like a lot, but recent reports from the Black Pound report states that ethnic minorities have a disposable income each year of 4.5 billion. Now, just a caveat, this does include groups which are ethnic minorities but aren't black. There isn't a specific stat that I can see that I've tried to, when I researched it, that breaks it down in terms of a more, a smaller level to give you that actual stat. But 4.5 billion is quite a lot. So when you consider those numbers, and the fact that a mark of a successful community is based on its industries, its businesses, and most importantly, the ownership of those industries, ownership of those businesses, we need to take more of a better lead into practicing group economics, or power economics, as it's now called. Now, that is not to say things aren't happening. We're not doing these kind of things. We seem to have, in my opinion, a very bad way of promoting things in terms of what we are doing for our people. Now, the image you can see on the screen is that of a modern day partner. It's a site called Quanda. It's where you can sign up and donate as little as £5, and it goes into a pot in which various black or mixed owned projects in the UK or on the continent at present, from businesses to scholarships for female design students, agricultural projects, loads of things are taking place. And obviously you donate, you can vote, you can decide which pot in regards to that monthly allotment goes to. And as more donors, or villagers as they call them, when they join, then I'm pretty sure the remit at the moment, it's kind of ring fenced to certain areas. That would increase because it has obviously more funding, etc., etc. And then we can look to start to really do what we've been looking to do in terms of building up our people. So things are being done. And what I'll do also, again, I'll make sure I post all the links in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. And feel free to join if you wish. It's all up to you. Now, whilst Quanda is a great advert for the example of group economics, there's levels to this when it comes to talking about unicorns and talking about being at the seat of power. And successful businesses are no difference. They've had serious cash injections which have propelled them to where they are today. And again, if 0.24% of us have received venture capital, which is, again, money which is, again, to the tune of, again, billions of pounds, millions and millions of pounds, this is exactly what we need to take us to that next level. And the odds at the moment aren't stacked in our favor. But again, with the role of practicing group economics, it is vital in terms of how we spend our money, where we spend our money to, how we pull our resources together, because that is going to be a way that we can at least try and get a foothold in regards to what we're looking for to create that generational wealth. So that's all I wanted to share for today's video, the importance of group economics. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Until next time, I'm out.